to bring you guys the two soldiers that I call, right? From this last year that we've been working together as a team. We're just honored to be doing our thing and continue saving the music, you know? So I'm gonna be letting this song play and then we're gonna do a little casual chat. Alright? So let's finish up the song and then we're gonna get into our conversation and learn more about each other. Would you like to say hi?
Hello, everybody. How you doing? I'm Tom Maulini here with Selva founder Cristina and Tigre right here, another pioneer of Selva family. So excited to be here, and can't wait to tell you all about us a little bit more.
Thank you, Tom.
Breaking my heart breaking my heart. You better ride, you better try, better grab yourself some better. You try, can't hide, better grab yourself from me.
All right. Coolio. Thank you, guys. So this is Selva family. Like I said earlier, Melvin. We have Melvin here. We have Tom as well, Tom Alini. So we're gonna just be talking about some more of background information and getting to know each other. We're happy to be on this community radio, Miami Community Radio. Thank you again. So today, you know, it's our first time on the show, and to be honest, it was something new for me, something new for you guys, I'm sure. And, you know, we're going to be experiencing as we go. So everybody will be watching us as well and improvising and learning how to do our season. But let's start with just basics. So we'll start with Tom and Tom. Sorry about that. But tell us, you know, where you're from, how long you've been DJing, and what inspired you to DJ.
Well, hello, guys. My name is Tom. I go as DJ Maulini, which is my last name. I'm originally from Cuba. I started DJing when I was like 25. I never had any musical background or anything. I have a brother that he used to go to space all the time because he loved Oscar G. And he used to tell me all the time, Tom, you gotta come with me to space. You gotta come with me to space. And then I went one day, and I really liked how the DJ controlled the dance floor and the crowd with the songs that we didn't know. in the opposite side, when you go to like a an open format club, we're we're just waiting for that song that you know the lyrics to, so you want to sing it and stuff. But in the house music scene, is more like the beats and the rhythms, the melodies of the songs, that even if you don't know them, it will catch you, you know. And then I got attracted to that, and I said, man, I want to do this, you know. And then I just bought my first CDJs back in 2007. I got the CDJ like the 800s. They were gray, all CDs, no USB. And I taught myself how to mix, you know. And I got some tips from friends and stuff like that. And I've been DJing on and off since that year to now, you know. I took some time off, you know. I had like 6 years off that I only play like once a year. But now for the last 2 years, you know, thanks to her too, when she opened her company, she started booking me a lot, and I got back into it, you know. So thank you for that, Christina.
It was a whole reunion of a lot of sparks, as I call it, because we're gonna hear now the other form of the family. Not the form, but you know, the other, yeah, direction the family led us to. Because, like you heard Tom's story, we all motivated each other, and we all fed off each other's excitement to be doing something so big and incredible all at the same time. And it just, you know, what we would keep doing wasn't just because we needed to do a party. No, we started getting excited for coming up with ideas with like our beach party. We were like, okay, we have all these people, we can all work together and do our own. We can do our own of a party. Actually, today marks a year, by the way, guys. A year since the summer launch for Selva, and that was the original date as what Selva was created off of. It was when I told Tom, I got a venue. Why don't we throw our own party? And then everything else started after that showcase. And I'm gonna leave the showcase now on to Melvin because that's how we met.
Man,
So tell us
well,
about you, Melvin.
I reached. Oh my God, this is long. Yeah. No. Back in 2023, I remember 2022 around there. I was fan of music, Spanish music, but when I came here to Miami, I found house music, and then to get to know about the sound, and I reached out to Christina through IG because she was like they were saying, they were promoting, they were doing the work. So I decided to hit them up, and that's how I came up a Selva member to the showcase that they had over there at the beach and at Sandbar, and now we're here. Look how far we are right now. And that's
Start with how did you get into your music?
uh,
Is there something that you specifically remember, or
just the style. House music is electric music in general. It's nice. It's nice, and when I'm playing this style of music, I feel like I'm doing something great. So this is what we're doing right here. We're doing something great for us, for everybody, for our family, to our legacy. So that's why I love house music. That's why I love electric music. That's why I love my party, my friends, everybody, because they love me. I love them. We cry. We over the CDA. We laugh. We have a good time. You know. We share good sounds. And now we're producing, especially her, him, my own self. We are here. You know, we're producing as well. We have a nice track out there, but we got more coming on that way. So
We gotta ask Christina now. How did you start DJing? And I know that you started DJing a different type of music, and now you pretty much, I mean, you still could play anything, but you're more, more into this type. So I know the answer, but I want them to know what got you into like being a house DJ now, and now she's even a producer, great producer, coming out with her own songs and stuff, and she's teaching herself how to produce, which is great, and we respect that a lot about you. So tell us about how you got to DJing now.
How I got into house music. Took a while. I used to say actually that I didn't like house. Like I, not that I didn't like it, but I used to. Let me backtrack. I started DJing when I was 11 years old. I'm 26 years old. I started with an iPod. It all started with an iPod. I still have it. Found it the other day. And what it was is that I basically learned how to download music using LimeWire and FrostWire. Because I have two older brothers, and you know, you kind of start learning what they do, and then you do it better. But I started downloading music, and I was very into listening to the radio station Y100 and all of the Power 96. So I always was following music as I heard it, and I would download it and then put it on the iPod. But we would all get together, 11 years old, and I'd put it on the iHome little speaker. But then we realized we were in a room celebrating and having fun, but we were like all jamming to the music. We liked it. It was all the classics. I was 11 years old, and I was just basically driving the music knowledge in our group, in my graduation class, which I've known since pre-K till I graduated high school. So I knew them my whole life. Yeah, and then my dad as well. He is a music producer as well on the side and composer. He sings. So we always had that foundation of music in the family. I did play instruments before I was 11 years old, which was the piano, the guitar, and the violin. So I did have that musical instruction background, but I didn't stick to it because once I guess discovered the beauty of DJing, I was thinking about it today. I was going to a piano lesson because I tried to get back into my music theory, and I'm like, ever since I started playing music on the controllers and all of that, I never went back to the instrument. But to continue the story in a summary, I started DJing then with the iPod, but we wanted louder sound, so I asked my dad and my family. I was like, oh my god, we need bigger speakers. So every Bluetooth speaker would cross out, cross out. Then we went to Guitar Center and I got my first little PA system, which was not self-powered, which was something I learned is good to have, self-powered, because I blew those speakers out. They were Harbingers. It was like a little $100, 150 set. And after that, just the speakers wasn't enough. Then I wanted to not have to stop the song each time, because on an iPod you click play with the little swivel, and then you have to go to the list and click the next one, but it stops. So then I was gifted by my dad and my family Newmark Mix Track, which was the first, like one of those first controllers that they made for computers. It was like, I have a picture still playing at one of my gigs when I was like 12 years old. But
Keep it right there for the memory.
yeah, and after that, I had that and the speaker setup. And then I started discovering some lights on eBay, some cheap lights, and boom, I had a whole production. So then it started becoming something that every party, we had so much fun at this one that then another friend's birthday comes. They're like, we want you to play. Like, we're gonna tell our parents to pay you. And then I started actually charging. I always charge $175. It's crazy. That was always the price that I charged, because at that point, it required me to bring equipment and on a schedule. So I'll never forget that my dad told me, now you're on a schedule. It's not like you're just going for fun. You need to have, your business in a payment, because at the end of the day, it's yourself, it's your worth. You're putting in the energy, you're planning, and you're bringing equipment, which is important for any business to know that, I can count endless volunteer sessions that I've done DJing for the community and for the school and everywhere. But when you're doing something so consistent, it's requiring you to stop what your flow is, I will call it. You got to make sure that you put your self-worth with it. So from there, it then led to each year getting a new system. And when I figured I was a DJ, you know, I realized I wanted to do vinyl. I was like, all right, now like I'm DJing. I was looking at all the videos and I wanted a vinyl set, and then the Guitar Center was like, nope, you shouldn't do this because we're about to come out with the Pioneer controller SSDJX. It was their first official controller, so that was my big controller. I had all 10. I would say for about. So I just sold it actually this year. So from 14 years old about, I had it until I remember saving up with those little gigs, and then going on Black Friday to buy it. And that was my setup until last year. House music came around, and I had to get a USB. And now I have an RX3. But I fell in love with house music because of the feeling. You know, I started going to Factory Town and the raves 2 years ago. My first one was Black Coffee, and I had never been. I usually was away from the crowded scenes, and I started enjoying just like that full let everything go and experience and feel everything at that experience. You know, you go and you're like in another in another dimension, another world, and it felt so good, you know. So then I kept going to all the events with my best friend Helena, and we started. Then after I was like, I would notice that I would dance in the crowd, but feeling like individual sounds. Like I would be like moving, but with my fingers, like if they were playing the little triangle or the little shaker, like individual, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And it was just that I was focusing on those sounds, and I didn't know that. That's how I started falling into the house music mechanics of each sound becoming that reason of touch to the audience. You know, the sounds are very important in house music. Each one has a different feeling. Each one has a different control on the audience. And after that, I ran into Tom. I was going to Factory Town. It was Music Week last year, not this year, last year. I ran into Tom. It was so funny. After my happy hour at 1-800, I was at happy hour with my at school. It was spring. It was spring break Friday, happy hour, and then I had to go visit a friend for her birthday at Miami and Wynwood, but she didn't answer, so I told Helena, I was like, let's go next door. And we were at 1-800 waiting for my friend to answer the phone. I go to the bathroom, I come out, and I run into Tom. And I had only met him once before, and I was wearing like my rainbow hat with the leprechaun because it was St. Patrick's Day. And from there, he was with a few other DJs. I had DJed all my life practically, but I had never been around DJs. So that was my first experience actually meeting the community aspect of music. And so after that, I was like, Tom, I gotta tell you something, but I'm gonna tell you in person. He invited me to an event that he was doing at the Mopar Studios, I remember. Yeah, with Drea, you and Music Week. It was a cool show. So I went. It was my first time going to like an invited DJ event of someone I know. So I tell him, I got a venue. Like, why don't we throw something? Is that a thing? Like, can we do that? And then, it put it all together, boom, and I was like, I think the venue's the part that's missing, you know, that's like the hard part. We get a venue, and then after that, you do whatever you want, and we got Sandbar, the sandbox in the back, and I was very grateful because after that, then we started going, and I showed him. I go, listen, they family friends of mine that own the place, they always want us to do something. Let's check it out. We started going on Tuesdays. Then every Tuesday we started hanging out there because it was available. It was open the space. But we started telling others to come see it so that we would show them where we're gonna do a party in the beginning of summer, which was today, a year ago, the summer launch. And the showcase ended up going though every week for every Tuesday until June, pretty much, or longer actually. It went on until I would say like August, which was a long time. I mean, it took us a toll on us because, you know, it was a lot of time and a lot of now we took a break after that, but after, it just becoming so consistent, we used to then get people from all over hitting us up like, oh, we want to go to the showcase, and it was cool. And from there, I started practicing and learning how to use the new system with Tom, with Milton, other DJs that had at the beginning, because I was in that transition period of open format to now house, and out to me, I was using a USB for the first time. I couldn't believe Tom told me about the USB, and I'm like, USB? It took a minute to like transition, and it took a while also to get my music sorted out and all of that. I kept saying, wait till I download my music, wait till I download my music. And then once I got it, we were good. But it took a lot, and after that, that feeling for the house music really, really took over. And now I'm producing, and I never in my life thought I would be producing. With all the years that I was DJing, I always said, no, I can't produce. That's like a whole nother, like, to me, that's like a huge math equation. And now,
Producing, it's not like I'm going to produce. You need to have that. I mean, when you produce, when you know how to produce, that, let's say you're gonna produce tonight and you don't have that inspiration, that strain, you're not gonna produce a nice track. So you're gonna have to wait. Like, it's a feeling, And
that's what happened.
well, that's my.
That's what happened though, basically. And now, I've taken my time to learn it myself, and here I am. We're all successful. We're all doing our projects now. Selva was a big movement in the sense that we were able to bring such strong minds together, and it's always going to be a family, and we always will be there for each other. We're always there. So when you see one of us playing anywhere, that's all of us. We're all in this together. We all support each other, and the idea is that we all keep collaborating, we all keep doing things. But to me, that's what house music means. That's what I've learned in the difference. Basically, to answer the question after a long story, house music to me, getting into it was me finding my place in a community that I was in without knowing. In a sense, I was in the community of DJing, because it all comes down to DJing, and it's all music. Technically I play like an open format house because that's how I play. I just go for the sounds, but I go with songs I know, and boom, it goes like that. But that's the idea, though, that I adapted, and I found my placement in a community that I didn't know until I found it, and it changed my life. And I'm gonna now finish that. I found my balance. You can show them that. It's my flamingo book. We got the flamingos, and funny story about the flamingo. It became Selva's icon because at the time after Music Week, I was looking for a new stuffed animal for us to go out with, because my friend had stuffed animals, and I randomly just chose a flamingo. I happened to start Selva right after that, and I had a flamingo in a box. So we just started taking it, Helena and I, to each showcase because it just looked like with the disco ball and the flamingo. And then I named it Selva. And then Selva went everywhere. I was like, let's take Selva everywhere. And now Selva's with other DJs somewhere else that I still haven't gotten back. But
I don't know where the server at.
But yeah, I just want to know also, right before we're gonna play a little bit together and show them our vibe as a family, But I want to know what genres. I know that house music is a big generalized term for people that don't know the subgenres and all of that. But if you can describe what type of style you like, that'd be cool.
Well, that was really nice, Christina, your story. I first started liking, very commercial, because I was also transitioning from Spanish music and hip hop and stuff like that. So I feel like I liked a lot of like electro house, and but now I like anything that has melodies and good bass lines. I find myself getting a lot of minimal, but not like that really minimal. Just like the more musically inclined minimal. I love deep house, deep tech, Afro house as well. It all depends what kind of jazzy house. It all depends what kind of venue, what time, what kind of vibe the place wants to put out. But me when I go dancing for myself just to see a DJ or whatever, I like minimal a lot because I feel like it's a lot of fun. The bass lines make you like move. So yeah, that's where you'll find me on the dance floor, shaking it. What about you, Tigre? What do you like?
Well, I play a little bit of everything, but I can say I like minimal too. Minimal deep tech house. That was rough, but I also like the Afro house because that's some Miami. The the Afro house, Afro Latino house. It's from Miami. Like born in Miami. I think so. But yeah, minimal house. That's my favorite one. That's the one that I rock it with. The old school house. You can find me in those places. I don't even hit Ruby. So yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. And what I love is that everybody has their sound. I don't. I'm gonna tell you my story. What I'm just saying, I love how we all have. Like it's so cool because for me, like I said, I started with meeting all these DJs, and I'm like, whoa. To me, that was exciting from the second. But then meeting the DJs that I was working with was even more exciting because then I started finding out other ways that all made a big puzzle piece happen, right? Like all the puzzle pieces that made one big picture. So I swear I would be listening to the DJs at our events, and I could just be talking to somebody, but not looking or knowing who's playing. Even though I technically knew who's playing, but I wouldn't be paying attention to the lineup at that moment. But I could hear a song, I swear, and be like, oh, that's Tom playing, isn't it? I knew, I was so inclined with knowing each specific sound of each person. Like we have Milton. I swear, I know every time I hear a song that reminds me of Milton. But there's always those songs that I can just picture my DJs, like that I've worked with, right there DJing, just because of that style. But for me, like I do the back. I do a little bit of everything, but my foundation comes with percussion. I didn't know until house music that I loved percussion so much and that it made me feel a certain way. But it basically, that's what is a huge representation of the sound of Selva as well. So like they'll tell you their sounds, but at the end of the day, when we would do stuff at Selva, or when we do anything, you always find percussion in the sounds that they're saying. So they'll get their sound, but they'll add that percussion to it, and it all flows nicely. So it's all one big sound, but based off different sounds. Because at the end of the day, um, we represent Miami Energy through beats. So we're a collective that is gonna be representing Latin roots, basically the culture diversity. We're all different, but we all come from we all come from the same base. If that makes sense, I try to say it as that drum, like that drum code. At the end of the day, I did a soca event the other day which is Caribbean Jamaican. But if you read the definition of soca, it's all because of the drum. It's the way the drum. It all leads back to the drum. So it depends on. So basically, my style is a Latin. Miami, it's a Miami feeling. You put in percussion on everything that you would know, and it's a lot of history. So it's fun. It's groovy. I like to keep it consistent. You keep it moving. I don't like to. I don't like to have like those low spots. Mine is pretty upbeat. It's pretty consistent. I always say it's like a journey. It's like if I drive a Jeep. It's like we're on our journey in the jungle, and we're consistent. We're constantly moving. So it's like chicka 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 chicka. Like we're just going.
Because the the style don't stop growing, like keep growing every time. It's because I mean, well,
It's that jungle feeling. But other than that, what was I think there was one more question I wanted to ask you guys. Actually, do you remember what your most basically an experience, your best experience playing? No, just in general. Like I want to know if you have like a highlight of like a moment when you were DJing. Like I have mine, but I want you guys to go first.
Um, I remember in 2012, it was me and another guy. We used to go as Maulini and Bibo, and he was like a duo. And I remember we got a gig at Mansion, the old mansion in Miami Beach, and we played there on a Thursday. They used to have a party called Control, um, with Minimax, and we played really good. We did like a great set, and then we used to have friends at Space, and they heard that we killed it that day, and we got a call on Friday, and they were like, "Yo, we heard that you guys killed it at Mansion. Do you guys want to play this Saturday at Space?" We were like, "What?" That was like our first time. Um, so we opened at the old Technoloft, which is the inside of Space that is now, yeah, the red room. Yeah, I even took my parents. So that was like a highlight for me, like, and and since we opened that room, they used to have like a hold in the bottom room. They had like a hold, so Space opened at 10, and they will have people holding in the bottom until like 11. But we were playing up there since 10. So we were playing for like an empty room for like an hour. And all of a sudden they open the gates to come up, and it fills up like in 1 second. You get like 300 people in front of you. I'm like whoa. I have never played like that in front of so many people. So that was that is one of the times for sure that I've never forget. I also love playing at the Electric Pickle. I played a couple times there. It was like a very small room, but very intimate, and every time was a vibe for sure.
And you tell us about your special.
uh, I can say I had like two. I played one time. I can say I had like two good memory about me playing. I had one with Tone at Loveburn Festival, and I had one with you at Copal. There's a play at the rooftop, at the rooftop, and I play this guy. I love Bird. We killed it. It was the afternoon. We playing like Afro. I remember Afro with the octopus. Yeah, correct. Selva, Galactic Jungle. And it was intense. The crowd was intense. There was a lot of people in there, and me and this guy, we were doing back to back, and we were killing it. We were killing it. We were killing it. Everybody was under control. Everybody was taken care of. And also, I played with Christina at the rooftop from Copal. Then now they closed, but that was when they were open. Yeah. Yes, yes. We played. There was some crowd going on in there, and we got them good. We got them good. The crowd was intense in there too, and we played our style, the Selva style. How about you, Chris?
For me, I would say that like an actual feeling wise, when I'm DJing in the middle of the set, was when I played at Treehouse. I was playing, and we got lucky enough to have the front room the whole night, and it was really cool that I was playing during the same time as Della Swing in the main room, and the door kept opening, and I remember like you could hear the sound like a festival going on next door. I mean, it was full here, and I was DJing, but that was that moment of you cannot focus on anything else but you doing your music, because at the end of the day, that's gonna keep going. And if it stops you, you're gonna stop. So that was that moment where I completely zoned out. You're talking about a DJ from Madrid that plays with El Ro, playing next door, and it was peak time. That was I remember it was like midnight, and Treehouse used to get like midnight at 1 a.m. I remember.
Your side was crazy.
it was no, I know. I had such a blast. Like it was so packed, and it was. Someone told me that they had never seen Treehouse in a while like that, because we had both rooms going, like the main room and then our room, and Tom played after me as well, and it was just like I remember that moment though, like whoa, you. I literally had to think about it, and I said nope. I'm just gonna keep focused, and to me that was that moment where you learn. You just do what you need to do, and you cannot allow anything to affect you around. There's no point in focusing on the other. All the music is gonna keep playing. So, so yeah, that was it. But um, for the most part, I think we got to know each other a little bit more and let the people of Miami know some more about us. But I want to see if we can just jam out a little bit, a few more minutes, and that way everyone could get a sense for what we were talking about. You want to say?
Playing. Now we're gonna play some nice house music. So
Tire is he just really wants to play right now. So he's we're gonna let him play. Okay, go ahead. Thank you guys for having us.
You give sweet that easily. I fall deep. Your touch pours like honey on my skin. Smooth but it lingers. You curing the cause of my blues. My only flaw. You're sick and me freezing. I thought I'd float. It sank deeper blue. By you I'm consumed. I'm such a fool thinking I won't get caught in your downhill flow. Swept away. What is a beautiful day in the dawning? Curing the cause of my blues, my only flaw. You keep needing, keep calling. It's totally bona fide. It's not the way you walk, and it ain't the way you talk. It ain't the job you got that keeps me satisfied. How I feel, yes, deep inside. Ah, you make me feel all I need to feel, yes, in my heart. Your love, it feels so good, and that's what takes me higher than I believe. Your love, it keeps me alive. Thought I should let you know that you're touching me so much. Ooh, baby. negócio super fecheiro.
Que a Colombia el tamborito llegó, a Puerto Rico luego pasó y en Nueva York el trago causó y en Panamá fue donde él nació. Bailando está el tamborito del swing. 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 ¡Ey, ey, ¡hombre! La morena esa de esa maldita, te voy a ver lo que tú no quieras que te vea. Tienes el uno y menos el dos. El 3 llegó y atrás se quedó y el 4 quitó y a todo asustó. Bailen todo este rico son. Bailando está el tamborito del swing. 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 ¡Ey! ¡El guajiro! ¡Ay! La que voy este domingo a la pelea de los gallos. Le demostraré que el mío es el más finito. Tamborito, 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 salimos hasta que tú salgas cayendo. Vamos bajando la sierra. ¿Qué tal?
Monete foi dica no missar. Que sou? Habla. Umanye. Ikasoma. Monete sou. Nimisa mani. Nimisa teso. Nimisa. Ikana samadi. Mone mani. Habla.
my mama gave me. I'ma shake with my body, I come out